News regarding the Saints running back room. Alvin Kamara, Jeff Duncan is reporting, is going to play this Sunday against the New York Jets. However, for the second day in a row, a pretty high-profile New Orleans Saints player has been sidelined with COVID-19. It was Cam Jordan yesterday, Mark Ingram today. So Mark Ingram not available unless he gets 2 negative tests, but it looks like Alvin Kamara should be back this week, which is good news for those of us who just, kind of want to watch the Saints.
Yeah, that's definitely a breath of fresh air, especially for that Saints offense. I see Alvin Kamara kind of getting put in the same position he got into, how he got hurt in the first place, and being the entire workload, the entire offense, just having to do everything for that team in the passing game and the run game. I insist on him probably getting the majority of the carries and the receptions in this game. He's probably their best runner and their best receiver, so they're going to have him to have any success this week.
I mean, I get he can turn around and hand it off, but because of his skill set, which is unlike any running back that the Saints have, and very few in the entire NFL. I mean, there are certainly a couple that play the same way he does. I think Chris McCaffrey would certainly fit into that category. But with Taysom back there, does it look any different with Kamara back there now? Are there some things they can do?
Yeah, I think so. I think you definitely want to use them in the read option game, push pressure on these defensive ends to make a choice. We can give it to Kamara, or Taysom will pull it. And I think for Sean Payton, I know he's probably your guy. If it's your quarterback, you got to treat him like your quarterback. But I think all that's out the window. I think you got to give Taysom more looks running the ball. I think that's where he showed his brightest spots last week, when he pulled the ball down and start running it. So I think you got to mix that in and try to get those safeties to come up, and then you try to hit them over the top. I think just allowing Taysom to drop back time and time again and just pass it like a traditional quarterback, I think you're setting yourself up for failure. I think you got to kind of let him play that Taysom Hill role full time, and maybe bring a little Bill Belichick, maybe a little rushing attack and less pass attempts, and that may be your best form of trying to find a victory.
I mean, look, and the bad part is that their best over-the-top option, Deontay Harris, is going to miss 3 games with a DWI. But you've got the rest of the injury report. It's early in the week, but looks like you're still pretty weak on the offensive front. The only good news is you get your best playmaker back in the run game.
Yeah, you definitely need that. I think I don't know, it's just like the Saints have just had the most unlucky of unlucky breaks that you can ask for in the team. Just a COVID bug, obviously injury bug, just a quarterback not being there. It's just a tough scene, but I think getting Kamara back, it's definitely going to help them out for sure.
All right, this is one of those. I've thought about implementing a segment here, maybe more of a summer segment, where I'd call it Ask the Pro, because you have a perspective that none of us have as being a pro athlete. And Taysom is very obviously in a ton of pain with this mallet finger, and it's obvious where it is and what the injury is. If he's running around out there and getting tackled, are there defensive guys that are like going after that after the play, on the ground during the tackle? Like, I don't live in that world very often where guys are intentionally trying to make me have as much pain as possible. Is that a world that he's going to live in?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. I think the coordinators are talking about it. I mean, they talk about it anyway. It's kind of friendly banter. You don't want to injure a guy, but you definitely want to knock guys out of the game. You just want to make your job easier. You don't want to, obviously if you're going against Tom, you don't want Tom dropping back throwing it 40, 50 times. I know Taysom's not on that level. It's probably a terrible comparison, but you want to, limit that as much as you can. And the best way you do it, if you know a guy's ailing with something, you're going to attack it. So, yeah, they're going to be stripping at the ball. They're going to try to be putting their helmet on the ball. They're going to be trying to do everything to make his day as miserable as possible. So I definitely intend on seeing that.
God, it's freezing cold up there. You're running around. There's huge guys trying to annihilate you at every turn, plus your finger's busted, and they're going after it. I'm a little more comfortable in this chair, although it's a little bit too low to the ground, than I would be trying to run the offense with mallet fingers up in New York. I wanted the listenership to realize that I'm a little more comfortable in my position here than I would be in that. That sounds so miserable. Now I realize he gets paid a lot of money, but having guys just intentionally try to hurt me. I'm just not built for that, Jeremy. Not my game.
Yes, look, you got to know what you're signing up for. That's what Taysom signed up for, man. You want to play quarterback with the big boys, man. You got to take it, man. I think for me, I'd much rather be a running back. For some of those quarterbacks, man, you're a sitting target, and then you get some of those guys coming off your blind side. I've seen quarterbacks just totally get obliterated, just totally like whiplash, back just flying, just sit and duck, man. It's a tough scene. So So I rather know where it's coming from, being able to move and wiggle like I need to. But quarterbacks, man, I got to tip my cap. See why y'all get the big bucks.